world is no lie. All you can die. Never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side. Yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my...
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
50, Mike, 50. Let's go, heavy. Let's go, heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got?
6-6, pull it high.
Give me some. Give me some.
On 1st and 10, Pickett. This is brought in by Gibson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 61 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Set. 10-2 stop.
Good trap.
Ready.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
We go. 60 or. Hey, high 7.
Watch 98. 98's the mark. Come on, baby.
2nd and 14. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Here we go, here we go. 15 line, 15 line.
They'll look to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there. 18 yards. First down, Falcons.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
Check tight, check tight, check tight. Jump.
80 weapon. Hey, Zoo. Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Give him 2 yards. On that play, and that'll bring up second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Ready? 70, Indy.
You got it.
Hey!
He's coming in motion. Hey.
Get it.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Hey, Wahoo!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Ready,
and no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Hey, Team 6.
Like 7. I don't even know why this team.
Now. X3. 218. Chop.
7.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Christian, Travis. Smith. Go.
All day.
You draw quarters. Yo, go.
6. Focus, defense, focus.
Bravo.
He's coming.
And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Down. 60 outlaw.
Right here. Strong run. I got
Protein spill.
You got tight right there.
Hey. Lead grip.
A first down carry for Barkley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Shoot!
On play action, they'll throw. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Look at me, zipper!
They'll look to throw here. Into a double team and a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
On the set.
Mike 50.
Hey, Haywood! Chopper! Chopper!
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike.
From the gun, Pickett. He's going to look deep for Moore. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by... Keanu Neal.
Good job. Good job.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Ready up.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Bandit. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Yes, yes!
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Go, go! Fair, fair!
Check, check. Fresno. Fresno. Fresno.
Get it!
Back to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
At their own 38-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Looking to throw on second down. Pickett. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Flushed out right. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Go on.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Break.
Mike, 6. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
7 to Mike. Let's go one more. 7 to Mike. Mike 7. Stop your body.
Hey, exit. Ready.
He'll look to throw.
Let's go. Big series right here. We got to step up.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Leo! Buzz!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Got it.
50, mark 50, mark 50. Watch the back, watch the back.
Hey! Greystone.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've got nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, box truck.
Mike 6. They're not ready for this.
No!
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Mike 6.
They'll set up to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Now a handoff looking right. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Max 50. Check the out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it. On fourth down, Pickett. And an alley to run. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Hey,
General West.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Topper. Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
We ain't giving him nothing.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
That's going to be a long day.
Operating from the gun, Pickett. Escaping the pressure right. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And his kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Steps away. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position. To actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The toss out to Barkley. Runs through the contact. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Something to watch here in Week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Barkley on first down running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's complete. It's Collins. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Barkley. Well, he's going to be marked down very close to the first down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down forthcoming.
It's now 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except to make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Pickett. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. With now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, and it's 3rd and short.
Ready, set.
Line 6. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Collins. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
At the 42-yard line.
50, plant.
Mike, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Get it.
On 1st down, Pickett. Going left side here, and it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing on 1st down. Pickett. That one caught by Gibson. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Greystone travel.
Now they try the right side here. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Hey, high 7.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 23. He's at the 30. 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game. So you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
At their own 21-yard line.
Come on, set.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
He'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
60 Pittsburgh.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6.
Yes, yes. Get it.
2nd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown is going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
Oh, a design run for their wideout, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Bravo.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Result of the play.
Here we go. 50, plant. Go.
On 1st and 10, Pickett. He's going to sling this deep down and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game, and privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching, and he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing to start the drive. Pickett. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. It's caught. Beckham. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice
blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Set. 18 Gators.
And it's 3rd.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's run. Wide, get wide.
61, matchbox, lights.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Fire.
Now a handoff here to his running back. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all